And then Ronaldo! Balotelli, Aguero! It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent. Here's Messi. Away from 2, 3, 4. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
The Football Drop Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Football Drop Podcast. Benji, how are you?
Hello. Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
I am all right.
Do you know what? I'm feeling a little stressed this afternoon. This evening has been a toughie, hasn't it, William?
It has been an absolute delight.
How long has it taken?
Well, it didn't take long, but we have explored our options. We have worked out ways and means. We are up and running. We are ready to go. I feel like we're talking in riddles.
We are. So William has invested in a laptop to make our recording a little bit better and make our video quality a little bit better and make the graphics and designs a little bit better. And it's taken, at one stage, it took him 27 minutes to connect his earphones to his new laptop. And genuinely, being completely honest, am I lying here?
Well, it did take a while to connect my earphones to the laptop.
27 minutes.
Because they kept connecting back to my phone and it was getting annoying.
Yeah. Do you know what? It was getting annoying. You're right. It definitely was.
But I still don't know also. So it was 27 minutes and I still don't know how to reconnect them back to my phone without then disconnecting them from the laptop and then... That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Joe, I don't really want to think about it. All I know is it's now not my problem. The onus is not all on me for the tech side of things.
No.
And this genuinely makes me massively less stressed. And I literally know how you feel now when you rock up to mine at 5, 6 o'clock on a Monday and go, all right.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting, especially as now I'm having more technical issues.
Oh my God's sake, what have you done now?
Well, my phone's not charging. Which is my camera to it. So.
Oh my God.
Hang on. Oh, hang on. We're good.
Honestly,
We're good.
Biggest liability in the world.
It's done. It's charging.
Well done, mate.
It just flashed up. You're on 15%, and I'm like, what? Oh no, it's not charging. But it's connected. Why isn't it charging? Okay. So
yeah,
3
minutes in. Let's kickstart.
Cracking. How are you, Ben?
A lot better than you.
I've got a few more grey hairs.
Oh, mate. No, I'm all good, thank you, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good, thank you, mate. I'm all good. How was your weekend? How's your week been? What's going on? Tell me about Ben's life. The life of Ben.
It's been okay. It's been eventful. Back in the office a few days last week, which was lovely. Nice to see all the team and see some of the sites. I've had an MRI on Saturday. Have you ever had an MRI scan?
I have had an MRI, yes. I can confirm. Loud.
What a horrific experience. Did you have the cage over your face?
Yep.
Mate, I felt like Bane.
You felt like what?
Felt like Bane from Batman.
Bane, right.
What do you think I said?
I have no idea.
I was really surprised.
I thought you said Babe, as in like the pig that was left in the city.
Do you know what? I do feel like that normally around Christmas time, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, mate. Yeah, I get that.
But it's Christmas season now. Pigs in blankets galore.
Have you had pigs in blankets?
No, I haven't yet. I was thinking, did I have any? No, I didn't have any at Toby Carvery.
It's pigs in blanket season. Pigs in blankets galore. Have you had any? No. Great.
No, but I have plans that this weekend I'm having pigs and blankets.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very excited by it. I have pigs and blankets crisps, if that counts.
Ah, you did. I think I was with you when you had them, wasn't I?
Possibly.
Wasn't
Yeah,
that
you
the
might
other
have
day
been.
on the train when, like, honestly, this really made me laugh.
Yes, yes, it was. Oh my god, yes, it was. Yeah.
It really made me laugh because I said to you in the week, I was like, mate, I was buzzing for those crisps. And you looked at me, you went, I have never seen somebody eat crisps so quickly in my entire life. Right. And then I shared with you that I also had 2 sausage rolls. And you went, I didn't even see sausage rolls.
Yeah, I didn't. I genuinely didn't see you having them at all.
I needed food.
I could tell, mate. I could tell. You did well though. You polished them off very quickly.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So fair play. But yeah, how are you? How's everything? It's
Yeah,
not
I'm
all
all right,
about
mate.
me.
Everything's all
This
right,
is a
yeah.
two-person podcast.
It is a 2PP. Yeah, all right. I had the kids on my own for the weekend. 2 kids on my own for a weekend, which was eventful. So one done all right. The other one ended up sick. Uh, yeah. So it was eventful.
Good.
I feel a bit like, yeah, uh, the weekend was good. Yeah. I'm looking forward to football tonight.
How? Yeah, I bet. Well, before we come on to that, let's talk about football for Jack on Saturday because he did rather well, didn't he?
He did do really well, yeah. I mean, to give the other keeper credit, because there's 2 keepers at the minute, they're going to make another team. There's 2 keepers, and yeah, he kept a clean sheet. He come out well. Yeah, he done well. He's enjoying being in goal. He's a bit gutted to miss out on training tonight, but he is quite poorly. So, yeah, bless him. Yeah, he's loving it, mate. He's loving it, absolutely loving it. I'm buzzing for him as well.
Oh, good.
He's promised me when he's a goalkeeper, he's going to buy me a Lamborghini and a big mansion.
Nice.
I said, "You're not. Don't be a footballer just to support me." And then he went, "Oh, all right then." I went, "But I will happily accept it, just in case." He was like, "All right, fuck you then." I'm like, "No. I will take it. Like, just just to be really, really certain, I will accept it."
Are you going to be one of these dads that if he makes it up to the big leagues, you'll be his agent
Mate,
and then take like a 10-20% fee?
I should go full John Fury. Like, mate, did you see him the other
100%.
day? He had his top off, stood like in front of Tyson and I can't remember who the guy he fought now.
In Gano.
That's it, yeah. He was stood in front of them both. Like the press, the PR person had to actually like go, no. Can you go away?
Mate, honestly, he's such a knob. And then he was saying to Mike Tyson, "Yeah, we'll fight after." Like,
Yeah,
mate, Tyson will
yeah.
beat the crap out of you. What are you on
I
about?
know. That was so crazy.
He's a sad man.
Sad little man.
He's really sad. He just has to get involved. I'm like, mate, just let your son fight.
Yeah. Well, funnily enough, that's what the coaches up at the football club were telling me. They were like, yeah, can you just let your son play? Like, go away? No, I'm joking, they didn't really. I'm not that dad.
Yeah, you're the one. You're the dad that runs on the pitch, scores a goal against Jack. You're like, "Wah!" He's shut off.
Full Ryan Giggs.
I bet you when they win their trophy at the end of the season, you'll be wearing a kit and everything.
Mate,
Go full John Terry.
with shin pads as well, yeah.
Mate,
With
you don't wear shin pads on a Monday.
No, that's true. That is true. Who wears shin pads? Christoph. Mate,
Stock.
so we had an email.
No.
Yeah, we've had an email. We've had some correspondence through. Somebody wants to know. So I think his name was Pete from Liverpool. He wants to know how we feel. Why'd you laugh at that?
The way you said it, you literally sound like you made this up. You're like, Pete from Liverpool.
From Liverpool. He wants to know what we think of is it the PGMO L?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just read the email, mate. I'm sure he's probably put it in there.
Yeah, I know, I've memorised it. So he wants to know.
Pete, if you're listening, I'm sorry, Will has decimated your email.
Soz Pete. He wants to know what we think of their verdict that the Havertz should have been sent off. Gomares should have been sent off. and the goal would have stood.
Agree, disagree. However, we're not experts. We're sofa experts.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I get what you mean. It's a
You?
hard one, isn't it? It's still a hard one. I strongly disagree. I think the more people you listen to, more times I've looked at it since Pete's email, I'm like, I still can't understand it. And interestingly, so I had a bit of a theory, right, which I
Oh,
think
here we
you'll
go.
appreciate.
Here we go. Strap in, listeners. This is going to be bullshit.
So my theory is, so I was listening to Michael Antonio talk about VAR and that it needs to be scrapped. And what he was saying is that refereeing has been brought down because of VAR.
What do you mean? What the skill level or ability level?
The standards of refereeing
Right.
has come down because of VAR. So what he's saying is, the referees are now relying on VAR to make the call, get it right. But VAR's up there, as they've admitted, and they're saying that that they're sticking up for their mate who's on the pitch. So they're going, right, yeah, my mate's called that as offside. I don't really want to disagree with him because he's had a bit of a shit game so far. So I'm just going to go, yeah, that's offside, even though it's not. So the standards of refereeing's come down because they're relying on VAR. And vice versa, it's coming down because VAR wants to stick up for their mate. And it got me thinking about, I wonder if there's been anything else that's this kind of happened in. And I thought of you and your admin function, like to try and make it that a little bit easier to kind of explain to people who might not get it. And I was thinking, like when you're going through the recruitment process, you relied heavily on photocopiers to make sure, the ID was all very clear so that you could see that none of it was cut off. And then you have to sign, don't you, to say that the ID. I
Where the
verify that
hell are
this
you
person
going with this?
is that. But photocopiers have now been taken over with these apps that can do the ID checks online now. So it begged the question for me is, why do we need you in recruitment anymore, mate? Why is this basic admin function still needed if we've got the apps to do it for us? And you're going to tell me exactly the reason why, and that's why we need VAR, like we need those apps for ID checkers and everything like that.
Mate, this relevance is hanging on a thread. All you've wanted to do is call me out for my job.
I don't know what you mean.
But there's a people element behind it, and there's that experience element. That's what it is. So if you're experienced in your job, whatever it may be, you're skilled in that job. If you've got years of experience as a referee, you should have years of experience as a referee and seen things and experienced things. There's every now and then there's going to be something you're not quite sure of, and you do take a risk, but you've got someone else there to make that call as well. But you've got rules and regulations there. So with your example of an ID, for example, if it's cut off at the corner, you can't read all the digits on the bottom of the passport, well, it's not valid ID because you can't see it. That's black and white. But football isn't necessarily black and white at the moment. The rules are very, very grey and very vague. And because of what happens on the pitch constantly, there's so much going on, there's lots of grey areas and it's lots of perspectives and judgment calls.
Yeah, exactly. Which begs my question. It begs the question of what is the right thing to have. So it's still needed. It's still very, very valid. Very valid because you need to have those that old way of working. You need to have your skills, your charm, your wit, your banter that you've got to get those people through the door. You need that pull to get people through the door into recruitment. So you need a sensible guy there, like yourself, going, yes, well, actually, I've got the ID here, and we're going to scan it into. You need those people there. So those are the referees who are needed to be on the pitch, making all those sensible calls, doing that visual stuff, and then VAR should just be that checker, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's more to recruitment than checking an ID, but yes, thanks for belittling my job. But yeah, mate, that's fine. I completely understand that.
Yeah. So I hope that answers your question, Pete.
Pete's going to sit there and go, "What the fuck are you talking about, Will?"
I don't think he is. I think he might write in again and say, actually, that was a really
I
good
doubt he
way
will.
of explaining
I
it.
seriously doubt he will. I seriously doubt he will. But this is a new part of the podcast that we will be doing each week. So keep your questions going. We'll do a couple, but I know we've got quite a lot to talk about before the international break as well. Obviously, some big games, some fun games over the weekend as well. So I don't want to drag this out too long, do we?
Should we move on?
Should we move on?
Let's move on. Okay, what do you want to move on to? The news?
Yeah, I mean, we're just sat there staring at each other.
We what's that?
I sort of teed it up and you're just going.
I think we were both waiting for each other then.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. You were waiting for me. Waiting for each other. Yeah, what's been happening in the news this week then, Will?
What has been happening? What hasn't been happening in the news, mate, really? I think it's probably more the point.
You back me up. You always do this when you have no material.
I've got material, mate.
Mate, I can see you googling. Anyone watching us on YouTube right now has seen you turn to your left and start typing.
I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I didn't want to move on to the news. I wanted to go straight into the Premier League games.
What did you say the news?
I don't think I did,
This is quality. Oh, mate. Pete, I hope you're not listening to this anymore, mate. I hope you tuned out by now.
He fucking turned off ages ago, mate. What has been going on in the news?
So, unfortunately, as of today, Bobby Charlton's funeral and memorial.
Yeah, I saw that.
A bit of a sad bit of news for the day. Yeah, it's always a shame. Actually, I did see, it's not really news as such, but it's just from the weekends. Luis Suarez is banging in a hat trick still at 37, 38 years old.
Where's he playing? He's moving. He's in.
It's in South America now.
Yeah, where's he playing for?
Can't remember.
But
they were
into Miami, isn't he?
Oh, is that all confirmed?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, mate, Inter Miami are going to rip it up next season.
They are, aren't they?
Absolutely, going to be lethal. If they don't win the league, they're unbelievable. They're just crumble and fold them there and then.
Yeah, it is mad. I did actually see something the other day in South America where somebody was just about to take a throw in, and that as they were doing it, they just went down like holding their arm, and the referee sort of like came up to book him. Yeah, the referee came up to book him, and then somebody's like run up to the referee going, no, we saw it. So picked up a fucking like a flick knife thing. Somebody had thrown a knife from the stands at the player, and it had hit him in the arm.
Wow,
That's terrible, isn't it?
bloody hell!
That's bad, isn't it?
Well, it's pretty bad. You don't really hear about that. Was it? Was the knife out? Did it slice him, or what?
Yeah,
what happened?
Yeah, cut him.
Jesus Christ! What is wrong with fans?
It's mad, isn't it? It's a different gravy over there. Luis Diaz, his dad's back with him now.
That is lovely news. Just to lighten the news up a little bit now after a death and someone being thrown a knife at. Yeah, He's back safe and sound, which is good. It's always nice. Did you see John Obi Mikel? His interview from 2018 resurfaced over the Luis Diaz situation. So he had similar sort of things. I think it was his mum or dad got kidnapped when they had a World Cup game, and Roman Abramovich phoned him and was like, "Do you want me to send some people to go get him back? If I send them, they'll get him." And John Mikel was like, "No, it's fine, thank you." Mate, imagine being that powerful,
Wow.
that well connected. To go, I can send some people. It's not a problem. We'll go and get him back today. We'll bring him back tomorrow.
Yeah. Wow.
He's like, who? He's like, don't worry about that, but do you want me to do it? That's insane. That's scary levels, isn't it?
It is insane, yeah. And randomly, that reminded me that Cesc Fabregas has just taken over at Como. I don't know why that popped into my head. But yeah, that is completely...
What do you mean, just recently taken over? He's owned it for a while.
No, he's manager now.
Oh, is he? So he's manager, owner. Is he still playing? I'm sure he's still registered as a player this season.
Yeah, he probably is, yeah. He's going to go full Edgar Davids. He's going to buy it. He's going to play for it. He's going to wear the number 1 shirt and then just get red carded.
Amazing.
And actually, that
That's
takes me on to
amazing.
Probably another digression where I saw him recently playing like veteran-style football. Mate, he has not lost it.
Who, Edgar Davids?
Yeah, I don't know if it was veteran. It might have been blind. Because he's going blind, isn't he? Or he's gone blind. So it might have been blind football. And mate, honestly, he was smashing it.
Wow. But when you're that good, or when you were that good, do you really lose it? Like, you lose a little bit of a touch and things like that, but those skills and stuff, if you're still practicing a little bit here or there, we talk about this natural ability. Surely you still keep a little bit of that, do you not?
Yeah, I wonder as well, actually, if you've got a very valid point there. I wonder whether there's something as well about the fitness levels of the players these days. So that was kind of late 90s, early noughties, wasn't it, where that fitness element really came into its own. So I wonder if now the players like Fabregas, Edgar Davids, that sort of era is going to be better than like the likes of Paul Merson and Ray Parlour and those sorts of ones that were on the beers all the time, and
Yeah, I mean they do seem to sort of retire a little bit later on in the game now, in life for the game.
Some, I would say that there are still those people who do retire early. Michael Richards being, somebody who was on top of my head then.
Yeah, I mean Richards was different. He had a few injuries and things as well, didn't he? Which
I don't know why
kind of
Michael
put
Richards
him
was
out.
on top of my head then, but that's what I said.
Yeah, I mean I wasn't going to pick you up on it, but whatever you get up to at the weekend, mate, if he's on your head, he's on your head.
Yeah,
I'm not going to judge you.
We're on the ball.
You do what you need to do. But do you like international breaks?
I like international football. I would rather it didn't interrupt the flow of the season. I feel like we've only just had an international break as well, 3-4 weeks ago. So yes,
I think it's about
like an
5-6
international
weeks.
break, but I wish that they weren't quite so regular.
Yeah, it also seems that some of the games we've had over the last 2-3 weeks of the Premier League, they've been incredible. Some of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
And it's always gets to that point, and then you go, international breaks, you just lose all momentum.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Very frustrating.
I get you.
Yeah, that is what it is. Should we move on to the weekends?